up, guys? So today is no ordinary day in the office. We are going to Ferrari Centre Bahrain to pick up Ferrari's newest, hottest, latest V8, the Ferrari F8 Tributo. We are actually running a little bit late, so I'm going to give them a call and give them the heads up. Hi, good morning. This is Charlie. I'm coming to pick up the Ferrari F8 for a test drive, but I'm just running a bit late. I was supposed to be there at 8. I'm going to be there in like 5-10 minutes. Is the car ready?
It's ready, sir.
Great. Thank you so much. I'll be there shortly. We're here. Can't forget the face mask. Remember to be safe, people. Wear your face mask, flatten the curve, and don't spread the virus. How do I look? Let's go. Ready to go. That was one of the hardest things I've ever done, fitting through such a small gap. Mission impossible. The car definitely feels, I've got to say, it feels a lot, it handles a lot better than its predecessor, the Ferrari 488 GTB, and packs, I believe it's an extra 50 more horsepower compared to the 488, and it's powered by its 3.9 litre twin turbo engine, which just makes a hell of a sound. Something that's very exciting about the F8 Tributo is the fact that it does 0 to 100 kilometers in 2.9 seconds. 2.9 seconds. Absolutely insane. So, we put it to the test. Just had the morning driving it around the island, and I've got to say I am so impressed, and to date it's my favourite Ferrari so far. Let's talk over a few points on the car. One of the biggest updates and the biggest things about the F8 Tributo is the 3.9 litre V8 twin turbo engine that kicks out an extra 50 horsepower compared to its predecessor, the 488 GTB. On the inside, I'd say it's just as beautiful as it is on the outside. There's a mix of traditional switches, fine leathers, wonderful stitching, and digital displays that just work well together. And I'd say this is one of the best Ferrari cabins I've experienced to date. The redesigned steering wheel looks and feels both ultra sporty and uniquely classy. And all the steering wheel mounted controls are easy to reach. There's plenty of space and it offers a good amount of comfort, certainly for a two-seater and most certainly for someone of my height, being 6'2". There's good console storage areas to chuck your phone or your wallet, but it did take me a while to find the cup holder for my cup of coffee, but it's located just ahead of the gear selector buttons, where there is also a cool little holder for the Ferrari key. I should also add how it actually feels to drive this car. The seats are really comfortable and they grip you in place, which is great for when you're going at a corner or a bend at speed. You're low to the ground, but you feel totally in control at all times. The controls, acceleration and braking is really responsive. You can almost feel everything in the car and under the bonnet working together to create this ultimate Italian masterpiece. Obviously the F8 is available in many colours, but in my opinion, not just with the F8 but with all Ferraris, it has to be red. Classic Ferrari red. Red on the outside. This one has red on the inside, which looks wonderful. There is one problem driving a car like this with all this power, is when you get into the fast lane and there's a car driving this slow, what do? I have all this power and I am stuck behind a Suzuki something or other. Maybe if he would check his rear view mirror, he would see a big red Ferrari and get out of my way. When you're not putting your foot down and you're driving it just as I am now, I've got to say it's pretty comfortable and smooth. Without this yellow Ferrari badge in front of me, when I've been driving for about 5 or 10 minutes, it's quite easy to forget that I'm driving a Ferrari. I'm not kidding. From the outside, it's pretty obvious, but from the inside, I have to say, it's pretty damn smooth and comfortable. The revs don't go crazy, you know, it's not like I put my foot down and it revs up. I mean, it's in sport mode at the moment, but it's not until you put your foot down a little bit harder you can really hear it and feel it. And it doesn't take much, you know, you just put that little bit more pressure in it and then wow, you wake up, you remember you're in a Ferrari. I do not get bored. I don't get bored of this car. It's just... maybe I just shouldn't return it. But there is a problem. There is a negative that I have to say and be honest. It's quite frankly how low to the ground this car is. Whilst I understand it's a sports car, it does need to be low to the ground. This car is extremely low. And Bahrain is a big fan of speed humps. And I'm going over a speed hump now, and I have to go incredibly slow. We move for 10 seconds. There is another speed hump. And we have to go. Some of the speed humps are so lethal, you've got to go at a diagonal, but for this one, and we're good. Well, that has been fun. That has been fun. Big thanks to Ferrari Centre Bahrain for letting us take this car for a day and getting a good feel for it. I am fortunate that I have actually driven the F8 Tributo a couple of times before, so driving it for the third time has really solidified how I feel about the car. This is my first full sort of video vlog car review that I've done, so I'm hoping that we're going to carry on more with many of the other brands out there. So yeah, big thanks to Ferrari for letting us make this happen. My overall thoughts on the car, I love it. It is my favourite Ferrari today. It is so much fun, it looks great, it's sexy as hell. You know, driving, we're in Jaffa at the moment, and you know, you just park this car and people just walk past and look at the car and look at you and take photos, which is kind of cool, you know, bit of attention. But it just looks great and it feels great and it sounds really good. Hands down, Ferrari have done an amazing job. Thank you guys, stay safe, don't forget to wear your mask, I don't even know where mine is, and see you on the other side.